Last class we could discuss second chapter and we completed the second chapter. Now we are moving to third chapter. Third chapter name is fiber to fabric. And last chapter, that was a nice chapter, no? It is useful for your entire life. And here we are discussing about the fabric, fiber to fabric. Okay. Then after this chapter, you should be able to define fiber, different types of fiber, process of separating fiber from plants, different steps in the formation of yarn from fiber, and knitting and weaving of fabric. These are the objectives of this chapter. Okay. So, when you are visiting the textile shop, you can see so many types of fabrics. Okay, in different colors, in different textures. Some will be very, very smooth, some will be a little bit rough, and some will be thicker like woolen things. Some will be very nice. So, different types of clothes you can see. And have you ever taught this fabrics, that is, where it is come from, or what it is made, or where it is making? Like that, when you are thinking like that, you have to go to the history of the fabric. Then you can see the ancient days, people used the big leaves or bark of the trees for covering their bodies. That time there were no invention of the fabric, so they were using leaves or bark. And when the winter season is too much cold, so they used animal skin of fur for escaping from the intense cold. And with the civilization, they learned to weave sticks and grasses into mats or baskets. And after that, after later, they invented cotton. Then they could understand that this cotton plant producing some cottons, and from this cotton they can make fabrics. So invention of cotton make a big change. After that, the invention of sewing needle make a drastic change in the field of fiber industry or fabric industry. That time, this fabric is transformed to clothes. This is the history of fabrics. And in order to understand the basic thing of this fabric, you have to understand what you meant by fiber. Then what is fiber? You can say it is a fiber material of cloth, or you can say that is something which fabric is made of. That is called the fiber. For understanding this fiber, take a small piece of cloth, useless cloth, and tear out one thread from the cloth. And while you are observing the thread, you can see it has a particular pattern on that. That means it is made up of some 2 or 3 strands. And when you are then try to pull out or try to separate the strands of the thread. And while observing this each strand, you can see that this strand is also made of so many thin hair-like structure. That is called fiber. Understood? That means when you are observing a cloth, you can see this cloth or fabric is made up of made up of threads. And when you observe in this one thread, you can see this thread is made of 2 or 3 strands. Try to pull out one thread and again try to separate the strands in that thread. And after that, observe the one strand, and you can see this strand is again made up of thin hair-like structure, and this structure is called the fiber. That is the basic thing of the fiber. The thin hair-like strands are called the fiber, and we can see, or we can say that fabric is made of many yarns, and yarn is made of many fibers. Yarn means thread. Okay, fabric is made of many yarns, and yarn is made of many fibers. And the first chapter you can see a picture of fiber, that is thin hair-like strands of structure. And the second and third picture will give you a picture of threads or yarns. Okay. This is about So while you are going to the textile shop, you can see variety of fabrics. Some will be cotton, some other will be polyester or nylon, the rayon, like that. So many different kinds of texture you can see. And this texture is made of different kinds of threads or fibers. And this whole varieties of the fabrics we can divide it or we can classify it into two, that is artificial fiber or natural fiber or artificial fiber also called synthetic fiber. Okay, so there are two types of fibers are there. That one is natural fiber and the other is synthetic fiber also called artificial fiber, synthetic fiber and natural fiber. Then this natural fiber that is come from, where it is come from, natural fibers, we can obtain this natural fiber from nature, that means from plants as well as animals. While we are studying this first chapter, we could discuss that the ingredients that we are obtaining from plants or animals. So here also the fabrics, the fiber we are making, we are obtaining from animals or plants. And the synthetic fiber means it is the artificial fibers. It is not in nature. We are preparing with the help of or after some chemical processes. That is called the synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber is the artificial fiber and it is made with the chemical reactions. And some examples for synthetic fiber are polyester, nylon, rayon, etc. Okay. Here we can see types of fibers, that is cotton. Natural fibers are cotton, jute, flax. Flax is also called linen, and coir, hemp, etc. And examples for synthetic fibers are nylon, rayon, terling, polyester, etc. Okay, this natural fiber obtaining from nature, that is from animals or plants, and synthetic fiber we are making artificially. And examples for artificial fibers are nylon, rayon, polyester, terling, etc. etc. Okay, good. So there are two types of fibers, that are natural fiber and artificial fiber. Natural fiber means it is can obtain from the nature, that means it is from animals or plants. And synthetic fiber means we are making artificially or by the process of by chemical process we are obtaining the synthetic fiber. And examples are nylon, rayon, polyester, etc. etc. Okay, then we are moving to more about artificial fiber. Artificial fiber I already told you, it is making artificially. And examples of rayon. Rayon, that is look like silk. So we can use as a substitute of silk, this rayon. The silk, where this what you mean by silk? It is made up of silk fibers. Silk fibers are obtaining from the silk moth. Okay, then this silk is very expensive, but this rayon is also look like silk, so we can use as a substitute of silk, that is rayon. And the second one is polyester. You are familiar with the polyester fabrics, and we are using so many kinds of polyester. It is called a polyester. Then nylon. Nylon, we can see this plastic ropes. They are made up of nylon threads. Okay. Then terling we are using. Usually we are using for making mats and all. Also in fabric industry also these are all using. And so synthetic fibers are rayon, polyester, nylon, terling, etc. In that the rayon we can use as a substitute of silk because it looked like silk. Okay. Then polyester you are familiar. Nylon making with the plastic ropes, terling, that and all. Okay, these are all about artificial fibers. Then other thing is natural fiber. Natural fiber we are obtaining from plants as well as animals. Then plants fibers are jute fiber, cotton fiber, flax or linen fiber, and coir. Coir you are familiar. which is made from the coconut tree. Okay, jute fiber, cotton, linen, and coir. These are all called plants fibers because these are obtaining from plants or plant products. Okay. Then animals fibers are wool and silk. This wool is obtained from the fleece of some animals. When you are looking at these animals, you can see it has long hair-like structure. That is called a fleece. F-L-E-E-C-E. Fleece. And from this fleece, we are obtaining wool. So, wool-yielding animals are Angora goat, yak, llama, alpaca, camel, etc. Okay, Angora goat, yak, llama, alpaca, camel, etc. These are all examples of wool-yielding animals. And silk we are obtaining from the caterpillar of silk moth. And this caterpillar making this covering in the stage of cocoon, and this covering we are using as a silk fiber. Okay, so silk fiber is obtaining from the silk moth, and wool we are obtaining from the wool-yielding animals. Good. These are the animal fibers. There are two kinds of animal fibers are there: wool and silk. Wool is we are obtaining from wool-yielding animals, and silk we are obtaining from silk moth. So the caterpillar of silk moth preparing covering in the stage of cocoon. That covering we are used as a silk. Then we are moving to plant fibers. Plant fibers, first one is jute. This jute is obtained from the plants or from plant. Cotton is obtained from the jute plant. Jute plant we can see. Okay. Then this cotton we are obtaining from the cotton plant, and jute we are obtaining from the jute plant. Actually, this we are using the stem of this plant, jute plant. And linen we are obtaining from the flax plant. Linen we are obtaining from flax plant. And coir we are obtaining from coconut tree. It is the husk of coconut tree. Okay, so these are the plant fibers. Cotton fiber we are obtaining from the plant, cotton plant. Jute we are obtaining jute plant, and linen we are obtaining from flax plant, coir for coconut tree. Okay, these are the plant fibers. Among this, we are discussing about this cotton fiber. So, we have to study detail about the cotton plant. Here you can see the first picture. You can see a cotton field. It looks like snow-covered area because this cotton is white in color, and when we are looking this cotton field at harvesting time, it looks like snow-covered area. So, this cotton plant, and from this cotton plant we are obtaining cotton. Okay, so this cotton is actually it is fruit of cotton plant, and it looked like a cotton ball before maturizing, and after matured cotton ball is look like this a white ball, and this white ball contains a seed also inside that. Each balls contains seeds, black color seeds. Okay, so this is about the cotton. And the seed of the the fruit of the cotton is look like a cotton ball, the size of lemon size, and the matured cotton ball is bursting, and after bursting you can say white structure. It has no definite shade. It includes a seed inside. Okay, this is about a cotton plant. And now we are moving to talk about how we can make fabric from the cotton plant. So this cotton is healed from the cotton field, and this cotton plant needs warm climate. warm climate and black soil. So it is growing in West Bengal, Assam, Orissa or Uttar Pradesh, like that. Okay. So the cotton plant need warm climate and black soil. So this plant growing in West Bengal, Assam, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about how this cotton plant, how this cotton fabric is made from the cotton plant. For that, this cotton has to go to several stages, that is called ginning, spinning, weaving and knitting. Ginning, spinning, weaving, knitting. These are the different steps in the process of cotton fabric. Okay, process of cotton, how we can make a cotton fabric from the cotton plant. This cotton should go through several processes, that is called ginning, spinning, weaving and knitting. And we can see what you meant by ginning. I told you each cotton bunch contains a seed inside that, a black color seed. So in order to make fabric, we have to remove this seed from this cotton bunch or cotton bunch, and this can be done by manually or can be done by machine. In this picture we can say a machine separating seeds from the cotton. Okay, rough cotton, the separating seeds from the rough cotton. And also it can done by manually also. We can plug it the seeds from the cotton and we can send it to the cotton mill. And next is going to spinning. So what was ginning? Ginning is the separating seeds from the cotton, and spinning is the process of making yarn from the cotton. Okay, spinning, making yarn from the rough cotton. Okay, so if you have a cotton in your home, cotton means not cotton cloth, that what we are making, buying from the medical store or something like that, what we are applying in the wounds, that is panni. When you are having this cotton in your hand or in your house, take some cotton and try to stretch it out. And after that, while twisting this cotton, you can make yarn from the cotton. Okay, the same process is doing here also. This also can be done by manually or by machine. Okay, in this picture you can see this yarn is making by machine, and here you can see this yarn is making by hand. And, okay, so how this yarn is making, there are two processes in this making of yarn, that is one stretching and other is twisting. The same process is continuous, simultaneously how to do the same these two processes, that is stretching and twisting. Then we can, after that we can see we can make the yarn from the cotton. Okay, so this manually making this yarn is made by the machine called charka. You are familiar with this machine charka, because when we are commemorating this Gandhiji, this picture is also come into our mind, that is charka. What is charka is doing? Charka making yarn from the cotton. Okay, then after later after some year, this charka is replaced by a spindle or called a takli. Later it is replaced by another simple machine, that is called a spindle or takli. It's a very simple machine. It is light in weight or easy to carry, and it is more fast also than this charka. Okay, the olden days the charka was used, and nowadays we are using spindle, that is also called a takli. And using this we can make yarn from the cotton. Okay, so in the process of spinning, there are two processes taking place simultaneously. One is twisting and other is stretching. First you have to stretch the cotton, then twist that. Then we can obtain the yarn from the cotton. Okay, so it can be made by manually or by machine. Manually it was done by charka. Nowadays it is done by spindle or called tackling. Okay, but the idea spinning. So first one is ginning and second one is spinning. Ginning means separating seeds from the cotton, and spinning means making yarn from the cotton. Okay, these are called the yarns. And